everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making this fish applique t-shirt on my Brother PE800. This machine is great for applique and any sort of embroidery. This is also another outfit that I made. So stinking sweet. Here we have our 5x7 hoop. We're gonna go to File, Merge Working File. You're gonna choose your design. This is going to be the bubble fish applique. Click open, and there it is. It should already be centered. If you click on the design, it will have these dots, and that will be the center of your hoop. Let's go ahead and save our design. You're gonna click File, Save as Stitch and Working. And then you're gonna name it. We're just gonna do fish. And then I have a Brother machine, so I'm going to use a PES file and just click save, and then it saves it to your flash drive. So down here is where I store all of my fabrics, and then my hoops. And then in this basket is my order folder along with additional fabric that is in pieces. So it's more of like my scrap fabric. But let's go ahead and pick out our fabric. I think we're gonna go with some blues and greens. I've been eyeballing this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one out. And then, let's see, maybe this one. Do those go together? Pretty much. And then let's see, oh, my blue. Right here. I think this is going to go perfect. We can even do like the top fish blue and then do this mixed color and then the green. I think that'll look good. All right, and then while we're down here, let's go ahead and grab our hoop. This is our 5x7 hoop. This is our jumbo, which we're not going to be using today. This is a 4x4, and this is an oval one. I also store these little cards in here. You put them on your hoop to line up and make sure that your design is centered. Those are pretty neat. So here's my roll of stabilizer. I put my hoop on top, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut. Okay, next thing you're going to do is place your fabrics down and go ahead and iron them. Make sure that they are completely flat. Okay, I purchased this roll from Joann's. It's called Heat and Bond Light. And on the instructions, it says to place the material adhesive side down. So that would be the rough side. And then press and hold for 6 seconds until each piece is bonded. If it's not bonded yet, then go ahead and press it for an additional 2 seconds. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so here's my fabric. It's already ironed. Here's the Heat and Bond Light. You can tell that there's a rough side on it and a parchment paper side. So go ahead and put the rough side down. You're going to use low heat and just press it for a few seconds. It does not take much at all. You'll be able to tell when the Heat and Bond Light is done if it's easy to peel off. Here's the second piece. I'm just going to go ahead and press it. Again, low heat. It doesn't take long at all to adhere. And it will roll up a little bit, but it'll lay back flat. Let me see if I can do this with one hand. There it goes, and it peels off very easily. That's how you know that it is adhered correctly. All right, and here's our last piece that we're going to press. Okay, heat and bond light is on the back of your fabric now. You're going to go ahead and trim around the edges. If you don't trim around the edges, you're going to get stuff like this, and you don't want your fabric to fray. Okay, so go ahead and trim around. I took my t-shirt, I folded it in half. We're going to press a line with our iron right here. Whenever you open up the t-shirt, there is your center point. Okay, so we have our hoop, stabilizer, and our t-shirt. Let's go ahead and twist the hoop. You're going to take the bottom piece, stick it inside of the shirt. Okay, so it's right there. Now I'm going to take the stabilizer, fold it in half, and put it through the bottom. Okay, so the stabilizer is on top of the hoop. I'm going to take this. Here's our center line. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but hopefully you can. Scoot that over. Okay, now I'm just going to pull the fabric a little bit, straighten it out. Okay, I'm gonna unloosen the hoop just a little bit because I want to make sure that we get, there we go, these little wrinkles out. All right, you want to make sure that your fabric is tight. Tighten up that hoop again. All right. Now I have a single needle machine, so we're gonna flip the t-shirt inside out. We'll have to clip this back or hold it back, but our design's gonna go on there. All right, flip it over. Make sure that there are no wrinkles. If you tap it, it should sound like a drum if it's tight enough, so let's listen. Sounds good. So here is my wall of thread. I think I'm gonna go with this color for the blue fabric, and then I'm gonna go with this green color for the green fabric. Let's go see how that looks. All right, I know it looks crazy, but I picked up these clips from the Dollar Tree. It holds the shirt back and it is such a lifesaver. All right, so let's go ahead and put the hoop on the machine. And let's go ahead and thread it. Okay, before you thread your machine, you want to make sure that your presser foot is lifted up. So right now it's down. There is a part right here. Push it back, and that does lift your presser foot up. Okay, I have my machine threaded now. I like to hold my thread down here. That way that I can control how much is going in there. Sometimes it does like to jump. But let's go ahead and click our flash drive and pull up our file. Okay, so here's our file. We're gonna click it and then click set. And then it is currently facing the correct way. So the neck of the shirt is right here. And if you look, the neck of the shirt is right here. So it'll be perfect. But I do like to move my design up as far as it can go. Then you're gonna press embroidery and then you're ready to go. You could see it working right there. All right, so put that stitch down. That's telling us where we're going to be putting our fabric at. So for this one, I think I'm going to go with the, oh, just kidding. We're going to go with this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and line my fabric up just to make sure it's covering that stitch. Put the presser foot down and I'm going to click start. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and trim my fabric. All right, here I am just trimming up my fabric. Okay, now that our fabric is trimmed, we're going to put down our presser foot if you had it up, and then let's go ahead and start on that second stitch. Okay, so finish that. These are called jump stitches. You can trim those right now, or you can just wait until it's done. But let's go ahead and get the fish started. Okay, now that it has that stitch down, we're going to go ahead and put our fabric over it. It's hard to do it with one hand, but put that presser foot down. Let's go ahead and get the body of the fish started. Okay, so I just trimmed the green fabric around here and I re-threaded my machine with a green thread. For this design, you can go ahead and just trim it up, but at the very end, you're going to trim along the edges to make sure that it's perfect. So it does not have to be perfect right now, as you can see. But let's go ahead and get the second stitch started. All right, now it's gonna stitch out the fin. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and put some more fabric down and go ahead and stitch that out. Okay, so I'm going to use this corner piece right here. I'm going to go ahead and trim it, and then it's going to finish that stitch. All right, for educational purposes, I'm not going to trim it up very good this time. That way that you can see at the very end how it's really trimmed. But let's go ahead and get this one started. so now it wants to do the bubbles. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the other two fish off camera, and then I'm gonna come back at the very end whenever it's time to take the hoop off, and I'm gonna show you that process. Okay, so it just finished putting the eyes on the fish, and it's currently finished embroidering, so I'm gonna go ahead and lift up that presser foot and take the hoop off of the machine. I'm also going to go ahead and trim up everything around it. Just doing a quick trim. And you can also cut these little threads right here, but I won't do all that right now. Flip your shirt inside out. And this is the hot mess that we have right now. Okay, so I'm going to take my little scissors right here. I'm going to just trim up everything that I possibly can. Here's the finished shirt. I think next time I will probably do all of the fish blue or all of the fish green, but it did turn out pretty cute. If you have any questions, please let me know.